have to be certified to take these programs too.
So again, who would these programs apply to? Who should be benefiting from these programs?
I think in particular, anyone who has any type of management responsibility. That would potentially include owners, managers, supervisors, HR professionals by title, even office administrators who handle benefits and compensation, payroll specialists, anybody with any responsibility towards the employee, and that doesn't have to be management. Most of the focus is on management because the topics, and especially the compliance issues, tend to have to do with management. But it's not even all managers that really need to have this
partake. Now, how do you decide what topics to offer for seminars? How do you decide what the business community should or be listening to?
Well, I keep tabs on everything. I live and breathe this, and being a consultant, you're almost on call 24/7, although I do turn off my phone at midnight.
Every now and then.
Yes. And, but I have, nowadays, you can get on Twitter and follow a couple of HR professions, so I know right away, within an hour or so, of when something's going on at the White House that has to do with employment law. I am LinkedIn and on Facebook and follow particular organizations such as the Society for Human Resources Management, which I'm a member of nationally, and that is actually the largest organization in the HR field in the entire world. They have over 250,000 members across the world, and we have chapters and Illinois and state councils throughout the state. And I am the Illinois State Council Director-elect for Illinois, and we have 23 chapters here in the state, and I am a liaison to them as well as all the at-large members who are not necessarily members of a chapter, but they're member of the national organization.
Well, so, it's interesting to see how social media really plays into this.
Oh, yes.
But yet the small business owner might not always have time to follow all of those things. So it's great that you're there as a resource and an asset to them. I know you have a couple of upcoming workshops we want to touch on. You have one on September 15th on salaries.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Salaries, that is going to be one way to take a look at our baby boomer generation because it's a competitive thing. It's just like pricing your product or service. You have to price the job and the position in a way that is competitive with other employers. And so what I do is I do a lot of salary or compensation studies and benefit studies to see what are the competitors doing. And so what I will do in this program is teach the person or participants how to do their own compensation study. And there's a whole lot of details related to that so that you make sure you're in compliance.
So important.
Yes, exactly. And there's a lot of time. It takes a lot of concentrated time because you're dealing with numbers. But we will actually go through that.
And I know on November 17th you have one about employee opinion surveys.
Yes.
Important to hear what the employees have to say.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little about that.
Yes, an employee opinion survey typically has been done in a paper format, but nowadays we're going to online. Exactly. And usually you're asking questions like, how are we doing as a company? How are we doing providing for you from a benefit standpoint? How are we doing as management? And how can we improve the lines of communication? And so there's a variety of different resources out there that you can use as a resource and try to come up with some questions that can be specific. But I have developed my own employment law survey based on some classes I had taught and some research I had done, and I will actually provide that as part of the program so that they can actually copy it and use it if they want to.
It's a great resource.
Yes.
I know another thing is that you're a very active member of our local chamber here. Can you tell us a little bit about how that plays into your business and how that helps you as a small business owner?
Well, I think the chamber, I've been a member of the chamber both as an active participant in committees and things like that, and being an employee of someone else, as well as my own company being the last 8 years being a small business owner in this area. And I've come to know most of the people at the chamber office very well, very personally, and I know that they, in their heart, believe that they are out for you and they are trying to help you. And I have personally gotten referrals directly from Gary Plummer and Sharon Thiessen and several other people who think of, when they think HR, they think of me. And I think that that has been the best benefit, certainly. And of course, this partnership allows me to get in front of more people and share. And one of the chamber members that I had in the class two classes ago just called me that to help them. I want to do an HR audit and a salary compensation plan. It's a doctor who left the big medical companies in town and started his own business. And very excited to be working with them. There's
so many of those networking opportunities.
Yes.
And just for anyone, I think sometimes people think, oh, the chamber, big business. And I think this is a great example of you're a one-woman shop, basically.
Right.
And it's been able to provide a service to you, so I think that's really great.
Absolutely.
I know beyond these trainings, there's some other partnerships between the Chamber and Rogers HR Consulting. Can you share with us a brief information about that?
Yes, we just this year we increased the member benefit to 25% off any HR service, and that includes training as well. And in the past, we had only 3 services that we selected, and I felt really bad, actually, to be honest, because I kept having the chamber members come to me, and then they would select a service that
wasn't on the list.
So that's true, and so we went to a overall 25% for everything, and that has been, very helpful to many small businesses in particular.
People that don't have the big HR department and aren't fully equipped with that to manage what we call one of the most valuable resources. It is very important to have that resource there and know that the chamber is helping facilitate that.
Yeah, that's actually why I went into business, because I was working for corporations and kept seeing with my friends and family members who worked for small businesses, family-owned, that they had that need.
Help.
Yes, and there wasn't a lot of resources around this area for that.
So if they want to get in contact with you, Donna, how can they do that?
They can contact me via the web at RHRCIntP3.com.
Okay.
Or they can call me on my cell, which is what I use for business now because it's so hard to have an office staff.
It is.
217-414-1297.
Well, thank you so much, Donna, for joining us today and giving us information about human resources.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us today for the Springfield Business and Economic Review. Again, I am your host, Sarah Wolin, with the Greater Springfield Chamber of Commerce. Thank you.
Please note the correction in the name Rogers. There's no D. It is ROGERS. So if you want to go to the website, it's www.RHRCIntP3.com, ROGERSHR.com. Thank you.